Welcome to the Gamrz Podcast Show. On episode 2, your host Dave Z and co-host Tom are going to talk about the new Neo Geo Gold X gaming system and some other stuff. So hang back and enjoy the show. Oh, hello everyone. Yes, it is our second episode of Gamrz Podcast Show.
Yes,
and
indeed.
We are very excited about today's show.
So that was an interesting little intro. Did we hire somebody? Who is that guy?
As always, we hire ourselves.
Who is that guy?
It's all us, man.
He sounds so good.
100% us.
Sounds like a professional.
Thank you. I'm about to cry.
Oh, it was you. All right.
Yeah, it was me.
Wow, nice.
So our second podcast, man. You know, I'm really surprised that we made it this far.
Hey, we made... Okay, I'm excited because we made it. We made it. We're on number 2, and we're actually still doing it. So we didn't quit yet.
We didn't quit. We got, what, 50 likes? No, 40 likes.
I think we're reaching...
We're almost 40.
We're closing in on 40.
It's only been a few days since we've actually published our first podcast.
Right.
Which you can find on YouTube under gamrz.com.
That's right.
Gamrz. And it's actually kind of exciting seeing the number slowly go up 1 point at a time.
Yeah. Hey, small. What is it? The saying? How does the saying go? Big things have small beginnings.
Big things, one step forward is mankind.
Is that what? How does that go?
You know, leave me alone.
I think
It's a milestone. Anyways, also I'd like to thank our sponsors.
Yes, I would like to thank them too.
Thank you, Tom.
Thank you, Dave. Excellent.
Any of you who are sponsors and may be listening to this show,
That's right.
please be sure to give us an email ring or an actual ring and say, hey, man, let's sponsor you because we're ready to sell your product and we want your love.
Hey, we'll sell the hell out of it if you sponsor us.
I'm a sellout. Please do it. Not really.
And that'll be at, what is it? Info at gamrz.com.
Afro@gamrz.com. Yes.
Info, INFO at
Yes.
GAMRZ.com.
Yes, at which is a shift and 2.
Is that right?
Yeah, shift 2.
Shift 2, yes.
Anyways, so back to the show. I don't know about you, but I am highly enjoying this fresh glass of whiskey and Coke Zero.
Is that what you're drinking tonight? Mm-hmm. You know, you're always drinking on the show.
Well, you know what? I think every I honestly think every newscaster, every radio show person, and any type of other personality has to drink. So I do it. No, that's not true. I actually enjoy this.
You know what? That's very Ron Burgundy of you.
Thank you. I thought you were going to say Ron from Parks and Wildlife.
Oh.
But he's also cool.
I haven't seen that one.
Oh my God. That's
Am I missing out?
Itself. Are you serious?
Am I missing out? Parks and Recreation?
Parks and Rec. Yes.
Parks and Rec.
Thank you for correcting me on a show that I watch and you don't. Seriously, that is one of the best shows in the last 5 years. Yes.
Really?
It's just funny.
It's a
fun.
comedy.
It's a great show, man.
It's a comedy.
Netflix, they have the first, I think, 2 or 3 seasons.
Wow. Okay.
Dude, you gotta watch it.
I'll watch it and I'll get back to you.
Oh, so good.
And then I'll know who Ron is.
Yes. Oh God, it's so good. Anyways, back to the show. So yes, I am having myself a nice little drink here, and what are you having, by the way?
Well, here's the thing. I'm normally not a drinker, but because I'm here next to you in your presence, and you drink so much, I feel like I have to drink too, or it's just not right.
Exactly. You have to get in the mood. You have to warm the cheeks up.
Now, granted, mine is probably 0.5% alcohol, where yours is 50%.
And folks, a 0.5 in his definition is like 1/10 of 1/4 of an ounce.
That's okay.
So that really, it was like getting a spray and just spraying on the top, and he's left with Diet Coke at the bottom.
Yes. Hey.
Which is about 99.9% Coke.
Hey, it works.
I think it'll get you. I already see you kind of getting a little
yeah.
off center there.
Yeah, you know.
But
tolerance is low.
I used to have a lot. I used to have a big-ass collection back there. I mean, I used to have a lot of stuff, yeah.
But you drank it all.
My friends have, I have. Some was evaporated.
Oh, yeah.
That's not true. It doesn't evaporate.
You got to get on that.
But I got to restock, and especially since I'm hosting Christmas for my family soon, and you got to come by, or Christmas Eve.
Yes.
If you got at least 10 minutes, at least pop in your head, have another 1/100th of an alcohol taste.
Indeed, I will.
And you got to come by. It's going to be fun. It's going to be great. And it's going to be great. But yeah, I really do got to It's a restock because I only have one bottle left. I mean, I used to have tons of stuff. I mean, Lindsay Lohan couldn't touch it. She had less stuff in her glove compartment.
Wow, really? You went there?
Yeah, I had to go there.
You had to go there? Cheap shot? You enjoy yourself?
Speaking of enjoying yourself,
yes.
I hear that tomorrow you have something pretty cool going on with Mr. What's his name? Mr. Arian Foster?
Oh, yes, that little running...
that tiny little running back guy.
The little running back guy that plays for the Houston Texans.
Yeah.
Actually, he's not little at all. But yes, arguably one of the best running backs in the league right now. He's making an appearance at the Kroger, which is about 10 minutes from our house.
Yes. By the way, guys, we live in Texas.
Yes.
We're in Katy, Texas, which is a area outside of west of Houston, and we have a new grocery store that just went up, and he's hosting. I think it's a charity / signing event or something.
It's some kind of signing event. I think he's helping promote the opening of the Kroger.
Okay. Oh, he did do charity for Kroger before. That's what it was.
Yeah.
But you, my friend, oh my God, you're going to go see. I can't do it. I got to work tomorrow. He unfortunately has an awesome kick-ass schedule.
Unfortunately.
Where he's half working, half leisurely with his lifestyle.
Something like that.
Don't let your people at work hear this podcast.
Man, they better not listen to this.
But make sure you have your laptop with you so it's legit.
Yeah. I'll be. I'm still on the clock, so it's okay.
See, there you go.
I'm still on the clock.
It's all good.
Yeah. So he's slated to show up at 6.
At 6.
And the Kroger is going to hand out wristbands at 4, and only people with wristbands will be able to get an autograph.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, sadly, you cannot bring your own item to get autographed. It has to be
what is with that?
Pre-approved photo that he will autograph. Very strict, very strict. I don't understand it, but apparently his other appearances were the same way, so it's nothing new for him.
Yeah.
But I just don't get it. I want him to autograph a football for me, but
I wanted an autograph my left butt cheek.
Well, you're gonna have to. You're on your own on that one. Yeah.
Maybe I'll have to forge it. I don't know. We'll see.
You can do it right now.
Dude, that's too bad, though, man. I seriously want to do that. I'm still contemplating. I don't know. I don't think I can get out of work early to do that.
You just leave early. That's all you have to do.
Well, they say they're going to start giving out the wristbands at 4, right?
You're 4. Yeah.
So you got to at least be in line a few hours early.
Yeah.
A little camp out there. So you got to be there by 12. I would be there by 12, personally.
Sadly, I'm guessing to get the wristband at 4, you'd have to show up at 12.
Yeah.
Sacrifice your lunch period.
Yeah, maybe I'll go out there during lunch and just kind of camp out with you a little bit and then come back to work.
And get nothing out of it?
Or maybe I got in some type of weird wreck and I am forced to stay at the Kroger's.
You better hope your employer doesn't hear this either.
Anyways.
Well, let's move on.
So today, guys, we have actually a really good show lined up for you.
Oh, man. Can't wait.
We're really excited. We posted some sexy photographs of the product that we're going to be talking about today.
Oh, they were sexy indeed.
Yes. And that is the NEOGEO X GOLD gaming system. And it's a brand new system that SNK Playmore has been working on for the past several years. And I think that, well, we'll get to all the details later, but we're really excited about it. And so please continue listening to the show. It's going to be the second segment of what we're covering today. But the first thing we're going to talk about is Black Friday.
Yeah, I think last episode we teased we teased about Black Friday, talking about it. So let's not disappoint our viewers and actually follow up on that.
Let's get to that meat and the potato.
Yes. Don't leave them hanging.
Yeah, that Black Friday. You know, man, last year was actually the first time I've ever done a Black Friday.
Last year.
Yeah, and I'm old. I mean, I'm ancient.
You're like 50
I'm
or
almost
something.
hitting retirement, man.
50?
So I last year, and here's a cool thing. And there's a little story. There's a little story here with the product I bought last year.
Okay.
I've been really trying to get into the whole home theater thing over the past few years because, well, first off, I didn't have a home to have a theater in.
Correct.
And finally, I bought a house in the past year, and it does have a room to supplement a home theater, which is awesome.
Hey, not everyone can get one of those.
No, and that was like my project for the first half year that I'd lived here. And finally, I've recently finished in the last 4 or 5 months. Everything's done.
Oh, and it looks beautiful.
And I love it. Why aren't we in there now?
Why aren't we here there? Why aren't
let's hurry. Let's not even talk about Black Friday. Let's just go to the end.
Why aren't we podcasting in your theater room?
I don't know. I don't think there's enough room. But anyways, the one thing I Black Friday'd last year, and that was my only objective, was to get this badass projector. It was a high definition Epson 8350 projector. Or was it 8530?
8350.
8350 projector, which is one of the best value high end projectors you can get in the market. And still is today, I think.
Still is today, and I think you said it was 2 years old. It's a 2-year-old projector.
It's like 2 to 2.5 years old as far as the technology of the product being out.
Right, and it has definitely retained its value because it's still going for a good $1,200 right now.
Yeah, a lot of
I think
people
you paid less.
You
paid less than that.
Yeah, I paid $9.99.
Wow.
Yeah,
and this year I actually jumped into the home theater thing too.
Yes. And what did you get this Black Friday?
Guess what?
Yes, you got the same thing I got last year.
I got the 8350 projector, Epson. However, I did not get it during Black Friday.
That sucks, man.
Yeah. So
And you paid $100 more.
I paid $100 more. So still a good price. It's still an excellent price for that projector, though.
Yeah.
So all in all, hey, still a win.
Those of you who game, this projector it's good for gaming. It'll work
Excellent.
very well, but it's more geared towards hardcore cinematography. If you're a movie buff,
Which you are.
Which I am, this projector is like the creme de la creme for anything under $1,200.
That's right.
It produces a very film-like image on the screen, and it just looks beautiful. It looks like something you go to the theater to look at.
And by film, you mean like going to the movies and watching
Exactly.
the old film reel.
Yeah, like if you're gonna go, let's go back in time 4 years ago to Lord of the Rings, the first one, and you went up to the big screen and you saw that in high definition, but you still had that film look to it. That's what you get out of the Epson 8350.
Yes.
It's awesome. I love it.
Hey, it's the best.
Shit, I miss it. I miss you, baby. I know you up there, and I love you.
It's just upstairs. You can go there anytime.
I can feel it. Not really. That's disgusting.
Yeah, thanks to you, I ended up getting the same one. Not a bad thing, though. I enjoy it as well. Although I haven't fully set it up yet.
Yeah.
I just have a preliminary test set up right now, so it's not even hung on the ceiling yet, but we'll get to that.
Yeah, it's an amazing thing, guys. And if any of y'all decide to go into home theater, for gaming or for movie watching or for both, make sure you take your dimensions, because each projector has its own qualms and it has its own issues, and some don't project at a certain distance the way you think they would project in your small room or large room or what have you.
Right.
So do your homework first. There's projector calculators out there that you can use, which I use and which Tommy's used. Mm-hmm. And if it wasn't for that planning, we would have been SOL.
Right.
Which is shit out of luck for those young folks.
Yeah, for those who don't know. Yeah. But I like to say 90% planning, 10% implementation, and you'll be good.
That is so true. And the funny thing is, implementation takes the longest, even though it's the easiest.
Easiest, but longest, right.
God, it sucked, man.
That came out wrong.
Doing that.
Anyway.
I didn't even catch that until you said it. I'm still trying to filter it here.
You just glossed right over it.
It did. Barreling through with the sex.
Let's keep going.
Yeah, that was my Black Friday last year. And, the funny thing is, I didn't even have to stand in line. We got up really early. I said, you know what, honey?
You got it good.
We're gonna wake up at 5.
And by honey, you were not referring to me.
No,
yeah.
My fiance. And I said, honey, bunny, we're gonna wake up at 5.
Let's hope she doesn't hear this.
We're gonna take a quick shower or wash the face, what have you. Put a cap on if you don't want to wash the hair. And we're gonna drive out real quick to the local Best Buy, which at the time was a brand new Best Buy. I live in a brand new area where there's nobody.
No one there.
But I was expecting people to drive down and travel to these less known places.
Which they didn't. Surprisingly.
I drove up, got out of the car. There's no one waiting in line. I just strolled right in when 8 o'clock rolled around. No, actually, they opened at 7. And I got the box. They didn't even know what it was. I said, hey, man, y'all got the 8350? I didn't notice that y'all didn't have it out on display. They go, let me check my inventory. Oh, yeah, we have 9. Oh, well, I don't know if they had 9, but they had a lot. And they brought it out, and we got it for $1,000, which is $100 cheaper than what you get on Amazon now, which is a great deal still.
Yes, still. And that's what I did. I went to Best Buy. Mm-hmm. And actually, for those who don't know or may know, I went to Best Buy and I said, hey, Amazon's got this better deal. Do you guys price match? Because in their policy, they actually say, it states that they do not price match websites.
Yeah.
But this particular gentleman I was speaking to said, no, if it's Amazon, we'll price match them all day. So
Yeah, all day long.
All day long. So you can go to Best Buy and price match Amazon.
Speaking of price matching, I am Best Buy, because I bought that projector and spent a certain amount of money last year at Best Buy.
Right.
They sent me my Silver Premier card.
Ah, you're a silver member.
I feel like Hugh Hefner. I don't know. I feel like I won something.
As am I. I'm a silver member too. I don't know what it's going to do for me though.
Well, they said in the fine line they'll price match everything.
Because you're a silver member?
Yes, and you get free shipping for everything as well.
To their store or to home?
To home.
Really?
Yes.
I have not been utilizing this.
Oh, I didn't know about it either until I started reading the fine print on the. Well, there is no fine print, and that's the thing they were kind of advertising. So I have my new card out there on the console table, and I'm going to take it and put it in my wallet. Pretty cool.
I'll have to put that to use then.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh,
So this
speaking
year-
of home theater.
Oh yes.
Home theater. I was just gonna say, when you talked about home theater, you are somewhat. Now this is gonna have to be another show.
It will, because gaming and home theater and
They go hand in hand.
they. Oh God, yeah.
Yes.
And that's like. I mean, the theater
Rice
is
and
like the
beans.
wheels that drive the game. You know, you have to have it.
Yes.
And the better, the better. You know,
The better,
the better, the butter, the better.
I like that phrase.
Me too.
I'll have to take that.
Let's
one.
quote that.
So, home theater. That's gonna be another show. But you specifically are somewhat of a audiophile too.
Oh yes, I used to have my own audiophile review show
show.
of audio equipment, more
Yeah.
specifically geared towards headphone stuff. Headphone technology in the audiophile world has really taken leaps and bounds as far as what it can do to give sexy a new meaning to audiophile. I mean, it's really, really cool.
Yeah, it is.
But that in itself is another show.
That's another show.
We have so many ideas.
But to see this gives the viewers an idea of what you're about.
Yeah.
What you experience.
And if I didn't have that knowledge, I wouldn't have been able to set up this darned up podcast.
Exactly. Thank God for that.
Because y'all guys can't see what we have here. You might be thinking, oh, they're sharing some type of USB microphone or some crap. That's not true. The reason why we sound so sultry.
It's nice and sultry.
The reason why we sound so sultry.
Oh, yes.
Less than 1 inch. We have a standalone mixer. We have some XML. Not XML. That's
Nope, wrong. Wrong thought.
we have some cables laying around here. We have a whole audio setup just for this podcast, and it's taking up an entire table. It takes a lot of work to put this together and tweak it.
It's a lot harder than it looks. Now, I didn't have to do this, but I can just tell from the way David looks, it was tough.
Yeah, it was tough. It was tough. Not that tough, but it was tough enough.
Right. It's not. You just don't throw things together and the show magically happens.
No,
Maybe it does.
I'm surprised that my computer hasn't failed recording right now.
That's true. I wouldn't say that.
No, I wouldn't say that. It's a Mac. Macs are.
Oh, right.
Yeah, Macs are awesome.
Yeah, they don't fail.
They don't fail. Wait. Did you hear me? Wait, we're recording 2 years later.
I think we just cut off.
No, I'm just kidding.
No, we're good.
So, but yeah. So, anyways, back to Black Friday. I think we're getting close to our time here.
We haven't even touched on what
Yeah.
we haven't even touched on what we got.
Oh yeah.
This Black Friday.
So this year,
Yes, this year,
my Black Friday was very much less eventful than last year.
as was mine.
We didn't have a Black Friday, or I didn't have a Black Friday. We went shopping on Black Friday expecting to get good deals.
Yes.
Because everybody has good deals on Black Friday. And we did. And actually, I'm actually very happy with my Black Friday savings. We went to Hobby Lobby.
Wow, you rebel, you
Yeah,
Hobby Lobby.
I'm living on the edge
Man,
here, guys.
you gotta tone it down, or you're not gonna make it past.
I know.
40.
I don't want people to think of me as some kind of weird, crazy guy.
Slow down there.
So we went to Hobby Lobby on a whim, and we saw Christmas trees there because we've been wanting to get a big, giant, nice, at least 9-foot Christmas tree.
Big giant 9-foot one.
Yes, with lights
With lights built in.
built in.
Excellent.
And we saw the pricing, and I was like, $500. Screw that shit.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, and well, for Black Friday they were having 50% off all the Christmas stuff.
Ah,
Pretty awesome, right?
yes.
So
Can't believe we're talking about this. First of all,
you know what? The older you get, the more boring you get.
how old are we again? My God.
Is there a way I can spice up this tree to make it more interesting?
I don't know. I'm thinking. I was thinking that just as you're.
I think the
explaining.
audience can actually hear the excitement in my voice.
He's excited.
This
folks.
tree is a bad. Is my tree nice though?
Your face is gleaming right now, but to be honest, your tree is pretty fantastic. shall
you.
I say?
I
Yes.
appreciate that.
Yes.
So we got the tree. We got some lights, half off, of course. And it was actually a good day. I mean, when it comes down to it, Black Friday, I go to Black Friday to save money.
That's right.
I can get these products any day of the week.
That's right.
But you go to Black Friday to save money. And I saved money.
And you saved
it wasn't on some awesome, badass game system.
Right.
On a tree, but either way, I saved money. So it was a good Black Friday for me.
And that's all you got was the tree.
No, well, I got some decorations and lights.
Oh, but then that's it, right?
Yes, that's it.
No electronics, no TV, no.
Well, electronics can maybe be translated to Christmas lights.
Okay,
and Christmas
gotcha.
light timers.
Ah, you got a deal on a timer. Wow.
I did. I got it half price.
Wow.
All right, let's not talk about that anymore.
Damn.
What about you, Tommy? What did you get? We already kind of did a little filler
Yes.
with what you did earlier.
Okay, so this Black Friday for me was much less eventful than past Black Fridays. Previous ones were filled with camping, being there for 8 hours prior to open, falling asleep in line. We got TVs, we got hard drives. We were battling people, pushing people out of the way to grab stuff. People were pushing me and my fellow people out of the way to get stuff. Oh, man, you wouldn't believe it. But anyway, that was past Black Fridays.
Okay.
So this Black Friday, we did not camp. Too lazy. So we just went to the store early, if you can call 7 a.m. early. So we went to the store. I think it was Fry's.
Wait, just to cut you off there. Is there a nice way of saying that, to cut you off? Just a pause.
It's like saying "F you."
Wait.
It's like saying
No, wait, let me go the way that you actually feel bad for me before I forget.
Oh, okay. Now I feel bad for you. So I'm going to let you.
I have a bad memory.
I'm going to let you go.
So remember where you are.
Got it.
I've never been in a line to do that sort of
Never?
thing. I've never camped.
You're missing out, man.
But I had an epiphany.
Okay.
I understand the line thing now. I understand the camping thing now. The
Okay.
2 weeks early. That is a geek's way of tailgating. Damn it.
So it's nerd tailgating.
It's nerd tailgating. Can y'all hear me, folks?
That's brilliant.
I know y'all out there
That's brilliant.
are saying, I
That's
get it now.
Hey.
That's why I did it.
That's a good phrase. We're going to post that on the Facebook page.
It's nerd tailgating.
Nerd tailgating. Got it.
For technology items.
You should enter that phrase into the Urban Dictionary and the wiki.
Next year,
Next weir?
next year,
You need another drink.
next werewolf. Next year, I want to bring a little mini camp stove, some wieners and maybe some
Of course, wieners.
marshmallows, and we're gonna camp out and we're gonna make a fun thing out of it.
And not buy a single thing. We should just camp and then get in the front, say, give me the ticket for all the big ticket items, and then we just walk out.
Yeah,
Wouldn't that be crazy?
that would be
We
hilarious.
just walk out, and then we just flaunt the tickets in front of everybody and walk out.
Or maybe we'll take the most valuable Black Friday item at that particular store. We'll look
Right.
up to the counter and we'll say, "Nah, I don't want it.
You know what? After being in line for 20 hours, I think I don't want this.
I'm already having buyer's remorse.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
haven't even bought it yet.
Go ahead and put that back.
It's not for me.
I'm good.
Yeah. What a good day. Anyways, I'm sorry. So
Okay.
back to you.
Okay, so you didn't forget. Good. So back to me. I was got to the store around 7 or so. It was Fry's. Mm-hmm. All the good deals were gone. TV, this and that. Not that I was looking for a TV, but if there was an excellent deal on one, we may have pulled the trigger. Because, okay, so here's why we even considered a TV. Because we had a power surge, and our 55-inch Samsung LED broke.
Oh, that's right.
broke. Yes.
Ouch, that's
You
pain.
remember?
Yeah, I remember. That's pain.
Yeah, so we had and it wasn't just a regular surge. It was like some freak surge in the middle of the day, sunny, no rain. Apparently a tree fell somewhere on a
I
transformer.
have never had a surge damage anything in my ever.
I can't believe that.
Was this the first time for you?
This is the first time that
Because
something...
you've had surges before, right?
I've had surges before. This is the first time something actually
broke. That
like,
sucks.
It does not work
See, folks,
anymore.
it does work. It can happen to you. Kidnapping and other things and
Where are you going with
surges.
this? Kidnapping and surges, yes, they go hand in hand.
And winning the lottery.
All those definitely go hand in
It
hand.
happens, folks. It's not a myth.
It's not a myth. So, yeah, of course, first time, this thing goes out, my TV goes out because of a freak surge, and I lose the TV. So we're actually in the market, kind of, and I figure, okay, since we didn't get a TV at Black Friday, this is our chance to get a projector like we always wanted from the beginning for our home theater room.
Yes.
So this brings us back to when I was talking about the 8350. That's what I ended up getting but not on Black Friday, but to replace the TV that broke from the surge.
Interesting.
So we ended up not getting a big ticket item. I got a bunch of Blu-ray movies for $8. That was my haul.
That's awesome.
For this year. It was about 10 movies.
Oh, I love Blu-rays. I love Blu-rays.
They were actually not old movies either.
Yeah.
So actually not bad. Not bad.
I have a little story about Blu-rays.
Do we have time for this? Man.
Oh man, we're only you know what? We're only 25 minutes in.
Oh, excellent.
But we promised never to do that. I'm going to get a clock.
We have to have a countdown.
I'm going to have a countdown. I'm going to put it on my wall.
A countdown.
Yeah, I'm going to have a countdown. I'm going to count on my wall.
You need to slow down on the drinks.
Dude, you know I
You're
talk
already slurring.
I always do that. When I get excited,
Yeah, you slur.
I do.
Or you say two words at the same time.
When I get my brain thinks faster than I can speak.
Yes. And I don't know. That might not be a bad thing because you have all these thoughts coming in, but you just can't get it out.
Sparks are firing, man.
And
Sparks
are always firing.
Always. Firing.
Yeah.
So
a good thing.
Back to the Blu-rays. You know, about 8 years ago, I thought DVDs would be the thing. It would never go out of style. You may get higher resolution, but this is it.
The be-all, end-all, right?
I was wrong. And I collected close to 600 movies, and these were good movies.
In DVD.
It's not just like filler stuff.
Right.
These were really good movies I like personally.
Okay.
Most of those movies are sitting in my attic in my garage right now. And I couldn't even garage sell them for $1 each.
I know. Okay, so I had a garage sale too.
Mm-hmm.
And I was trying to sell movies for $1, and people were picking up saying, "Can I give you 50 cents for this?" Come on,
You
people.
mother effer. Do you have any idea?
We
I
paid,
know.
We paid $20 retail when it came out, and now you won't even pay $1. You want to give me 50 cents for it. Come on.
The only thing I would
on.
keep, kind of going off topic, the only thing I would keep in that regard would be Disney movies and cartoons,
Yes,
anime. Because
yes.
you can't tell, I personally can't tell the difference between a DVD and a Blu-ray, anything animated.
Animated.
You just can't.
Yeah.
And then you have your audio there already. Because
Yeah,
audio,
5.1.
it's not going to get better than DVD.
Right.
Because if you go Blu-ray, it's just going to be the visuals.
Right.
Audio is going to be the audio. You know, you're 16-bit. So I don't think the human ear can really tell subtle differences between 16 and 24-bit. For those of you who don't know what I'm saying,
Yeah, you might want to explain. Or not.
maybe that's another podcast. But in any case, the DVDs are still there, but I've been collecting Blu-rays, and Blu-rays, in my opinion, will never get.
You heard it today, folks.
Are they de facto of all cinema?
You heard it today, folks. All right? Dave Z, DZ,
Yes.
is stating Blu-rays are now the be-all, end-all.
You know, because I think 4K.
Yes, which you might want to explain because I had no idea. 4K.
Okay.
So
4K is the new thing. And 4K, to give a little history, HD was actually invented and used back in the 80s. It's not the newest thing. It wasn't mainstream. And it wasn't a lot of things actually, but we did it, you know. But I think 4K is going to be amazing. It's going to be the next step forward where people go, "Oh my God, this looks so real that I can feel like I can touch it, just walk through it like a window."
That's what we said about Blu-ray.
That's what we said about Blu-ray.
Right. So it's just
And
same thing happening.
When I was in Japan, I saw the Japanese tube television sets, the CRT televisions.
Right.
Those flat screens did near HD, and I thought that was looking through a window. Can you imagine
4K?
actually looking through a window
4K.
at 4K?
Oh, man.
It's gonna be hyper
And
surreal.
We'll be alive for that.
Oh yeah, it's already out and we're alive now. Thank God, unless I get hit by something.
Excellent.
Yeah, I'm not leaving my house now. Thanks,
well,
I'm scared.
There you go.
But can you imagine like 10 to 12K or 24K?
God.
It'll be more realistic than
Real life.
real life.
How's
that? Your brain would fry.
Exactly. So your brain would not be able to comprehend that.
It'd be a cow patty inside of a skull.
And you would just become a vegetable.
You would. You'd be going, "Hey, it's so good.
It's overload.
If I put one audio, I love it."
I do believe in a overload of the senses.
I do too.
I think it is possible.
Speaking of overload, I was looking at it's a little off topic again, but that's what we're about, man.
We should just call the show off topic. Everything
Almost games.
everything just tangents 10 times from each other, and then tangents off of that 10 more times.
I don't know if y'all have noticed, but we
just talk about stuff.
Exactly. And that's fun. So me and the family, I don't have a family, but my family that my parents raised me and my siblings, we went to go look at Christmas lights last weekend.
Oh, yes. Yet another thrilling story.
Are you talking about the guys going peeing off the curb of $1 million house, or are you talking about the actual lights? Probably the lights.
The lights.
So I'm not going to go much into this, but
Please.
the LED lights. Okay, everybody. I don't know if you noticed this Christmas, but everybody, every store is pushing LED lights. It's like you got more LED lights than you do incandescent lights.
Right.
And the thing is, the problem with that is that LED lights sometimes are not that bright. Sometimes they put off, they just don't look and feel the same, you know? We saw a lot of homes with these new LED lights, and some of the colors in these LED lights were so contrasty and vivid.
Really?
That it kind of made my brain hurt. It was like...
It hurt looking at it?
Like a LED television screen, or LED computer display, for example.
Oh.
You notice there's a slight flickering, right?
On the
like
LED
like
monitors?
a refresh, right?
Okay, right.
Same thing with these home lights. You can just, right in your peripheral, you can see that and sense it. And then when you look at it, you immediately feel, rather than joy, you feel like, oh, and it hurts my head a little bit.
It hurts your head.
It doesn't feel right. It feels like something is, it's like the lights are sucking your soul in.
Really?
No, that's still going far. But you know what? LED lights, I don't like them. They suck.
Okay, I'll give you something to compare that to. That's comparable.
Yes.
The new handheld Nintendo 3DS gives you 3D without glasses, right? Mm-hmm. So, but when you turn on that 3D without glasses, something happens on that screen that it tricks and confuses your brain and makes you think it's 3D. And it is. I'll give it that. Pretty good technology to make me think it's 3D, right? But maybe it's just me and I'm old, or maybe it's just me. But about 2 minutes in, I start hurting.
No, you're absolutely right. I think that system is a failure.
You think so?
No one. It's done. It died at its infancy.
I wouldn't say that because my someone I know says that every kid in school now has that.
They're wrong. That's an iPad. It's a Galaxy S3.
Really? Okay, now we're really diverting.
So the 3DS, that system failed because of the 3D system.
The 3D is...
The technology, it gives everyone headaches.
Oh, is it everyone?
It's not you. It's everyone. It's a plague. It's a problem of...
3D?
It's a byproduct of that technology.
Of 3D, yeah.
Yeah.
Without glasses.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know any... Do you personally know anybody who plays that day to day?
No.
Me neither.
No.
I don't know anybody who knows anybody.
And almost everybody I've talked to said the same thing.
The thing is that a lot of people may have it, but they don't play it.
They play it and they just turn the 3D off. So then why even have it?
Yeah, exactly.
So,
yeah.
But, okay.
Another failure.
Before I forget, we're going to swing back around to your Blu-ray story.
Yes.
How you said DVD was going to be the next big thing, or the big thing.
Yeah.
And nothing could ever surpass it, right?
I got to tell you, though, on the projector screen, when you're sitting about 9 feet back on a very comfortable sofa and you're looking up on like a 92 to 107-inch screen diagonal.
And you've had a few drinks.
And you're drinking or eating popcorn or a pickle. Why pickles? Because that's what we do in Texas, all right?
Yes, big fat pickles.
Big fat turtle dicks.
What? Oh, no, this is a family show, is it?
No, man,
No.
This is radio.
Oh,
this is
wait a minute. This
public radio.
You know, I think before the show, we need to have that announcer going, viewer discretion advised.
That you heard it
I
here.
just did it.
And now let me go into the turtle dicks.
Now you can talk all you want.
Sour turtle penis.
Because I said that, you're free to say anything you want now.
Yeah, in Texas, we have a tradition where a lot of Texans may not even know this, but I grew up eating it this way. When you get popcorn at the theater, you get one of those big, fat, giant, sour pickles.
Your voice is getting deeper, too, by the way.
It's because I'm salivating. And, damn it. Why you got to call me out, man?
Hey.
You just broke up that whole story I was going to tell. You
got to slow down.
The energy's not there anymore.
Slow down.
So the pickle and popcorn, it kind of breaks up the butter but adds more salt. It doesn't really make sense, but it's actually really good together.
It doesn't make sense.
I love it.
But I'm sure it tastes good, because I do like pickles, too.
Yeah, I got pickles in the pantry, man. I got theater pickles.
Theater pickles. All right.
Speaking of which, I have your Christmas gift to give you tonight.
Really?
I didn't wrap it, so you can just take the Amazon box and take it home and untape it.
I'll wrap it. I'll wrap it.
You can wrap it yourself.
I'll wrap it for you and put it under my tree.
We don't have any wrapping paper.
Really? You ran out?
We don't have any.
How'd you wrap the other stuff?
Those are my mom's presents. She asked me to. She when I went to her house, she asked me to put them in the car and take them here since we're having our Christmas Eve here.
Gotcha. Wow. In our house, It's almost the opposite. We have a whole box of maybe 10 rolls of wrapping paper because the wife loves to wrap gifts.
Wrapping paper is overrated. It's a hindrance to actually getting to the objective.
It's like her hobby. She spends so much time in it, and then when someone gets that gift, they just tear it apart. So there goes all your hard work.
Exactly.
So
goes to shit.
So why are you trying to wrap it so hard? Anyway, that's another story. Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going back to your Blu-ray story where you said
so
DVD.
Blu-ray. I love Blu-ray because I really don't think you can tell any difference visually. Your eye can't perceive the difference. 9 feet away,
Okay.
on a 90-something inch screen,
Right.
from a projector, in Blu-ray quality.
Right.
The audio's pristine. The audio's not going to get better than that because it's totally uncompressed. Well, not all movies, but most of the good movies, they provide you HD audio that's not been compressed.
Right.
A 5.1, and I have a 5.1 system in my home. Mm-hmm. So that's done. Now, the only thing that can get better is the video, but I am so freaking happy with the video quality of Blu-rays.
You probably think it can't get any better than this, right?
In 10 years, we're going to have holographic images.
You know what? In 10 years,
We're going to be in movies. When we play a movie, bam, we're going to be actually partaking. We're going to be the bartender.
Be us.
Yeah.
It's going to be just a bunch of us in there.
It's going to be like those old books where it's like those adventure books where it says, A, do you say no?
Oh,
B,
yes.
Do you drop something? Or
Choose
C,
your own adventure?
Yeah, choose your own adventure. I love those. You remember those? Another podcast.
Yes, that's another podcast.
That was actually a game in a way.
A lot of games take that route now.
Yeah.
I believe Mass Effect has that.
The Mass Effect has that.
The
Yeah.
option tree,
Yeah.
I call it.
Damn it, that's
TM.
actually a really good idea. Okay, write that down. I don't have any pens in here, but whatever.
We're going to write that
Audience, write that down and then email it to
down.
me.
And email it to us, info at Gamrz.
Gamrz.com.
All right, we're going to use you
Thank
guys.
you.
Yes.
Thank
Okay,
you.
Before I forget.
Yeah.
Okay, so you called it DVD failure. I mean,
Failure. Well, it's
not failure, but
if you watch a DVD properly on a Blu-ray that upscales or in a DVD player, it
still pretty
actually
good.
looks good.
It looks good.
It looks almost in a sense old school.
Okay, so for me, mine was probably a bigger failure because you remember when Blu-rays just came out, and there was this other little competitor. I forgot who's the backer of them, but it was called HD DVD.
Yes, HD DVD.
Yes, and there was this big controversy.
That was Toshiba, I think.
Was it Toshiba back in that?
Yeah, I think
I
so.
should have known that. Back that
Toshiba
way.
was actually really big at the time.
Yes,
But
at the time.
Toshiba does nothing but commercial and industrial stuff now.
Right.
Yeah.
So I when the big thing was going on, and then you had to pick a side, right? And based on what I saw, I picked HD DVD to be the winner.
Damn you.
So I bought. So I have probably 20 HD DVDs, and mind you, the HD DVD drive add-on to
How many HD DVDs did you buy?
I have about 20
Dude, that sucks. And they were about $20 a pop at that time.
at that time. Yes.
Holy
I didn't buy them all.
crap.
I didn't buy them all at once, but still, it adds up.
Oh, it's painful.
But I also have the HD DVD drive
It's $400.
add-on to the Xbox.
Oh my lord.
Now, where are you going to go to get that? That's the good side.
Get it from you, man.
That's the bright side. I
buy
could say,
from you.
where can you go to get that now? Where can you go to get the Matrix in HD DVD?
Do you still have that equipment?
Oh, I do.
You need to box that up if you don't already.
I
and
did.
Put it in the attic. Mm-hmm. You're going to sell it in 25, 30 years.
That's right.
Go on Antique Roadshow and make a fortune.
Hey, I got this HD DVD thing from 50 years ago.
Yeah. And then the lady it gets appraised at $50,000. Then the lady with the Chinese dynasty, Tang dynasty, rare porcelain vase goes for $5,000.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Anyways.
Anyway,
So,
so I failed.
that was that Black Friday was good this year for me. But you didn't get anything.
I got movies, but I was expecting a big ticket item, as with all Black Fridays, but I just got a bunch of movies. So for me this year, it felt very lackluster.
Well, you have at least 30 to 40 to 50 more Black Fridays ahead of you in your life.
Do I?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, let's put it this way. I expect there to be some type of special pill or some type of special piece of something that they're going to put in my body, and I can instantly live at least 20 more years.
You know what? I was thinking almost exactly the same. Not right now, but in my head, I'm thinking the exact same thing, that we will live long enough to where that pill will be invented.
Exactly.
And then, kind of like not like Limitless, but anyway,
Yes.
it's a movie.
Yes.
Have you seen the movie?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
I have it upstairs.
Oh,
in my
it's a good movie.
theater room.
It's a good movie.
It is a good movie.
But yeah, I was thinking the same thing. That
I
pill.
love that idea, man.
Oh man.
Can you imagine?
Now, maybe not live forever, because that would be kind of ridiculous. Maybe. But yeah.
But
like
at
you
least
said,
slow it down.
Can you slow it
Aging
down?
is actually a gene.
Right.
There's
What-
an aging gene.
if they just take that gene out, then what?
Then what? We would be awesome forever. We
There
would
you go.
have 1 million podcasts.
Yeah, that's right. How about we think about it?
We'd create a podcast dynasty.
How about we think about it in those terms, where that means we could podcast forever, or not forever, but 50 years, 100 years,
Yeah.
or the pill has a side effect where you don't have to sleep, and then we can podcast for 24/7.
Dude, that would suck because I actually enjoy sleeping.
But you would still get the satisfaction from it,
How?
but not have to do it.
How would I get the
You
satisfaction?
just be walking around, and it would feel
when
like
you
you're
sleep, you sleep, and that's it. If you don't sleep, you don't
Oh
sleep.
my God, we have tangent so far from our main topics that I don't even know where.
So
to
I
begin.
think we've covered Black Friday for the most part. It was shit for him, great for me.
yeah, there we go. Let's put it that way.
But you know what? Honestly, folks, every year, every day is becoming a Black Friday because every one of those main online websites that sell goods, such as Amazon,
Yes.
Buy.com, or Rakuten, whatever you want to call it, they have such good deals
Throughout the year,
throughout the year that Black Friday can't even touch those prices at times.
now that you mention that, I saw some better deals, maybe a couple weeks ago, that rival the Black Friday deals.
Yes, and I agree. I see it all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, Woot.com has great deals that some things can't touch. Amazon has lightning deals that their Blu-ray, their Black Friday deals can't touch.
Right.
It's an everyday thing, so you just got to keep an eye out.
You just have to keep an eye out, and you got to know where to look.
Yeah.
You have the Slick Deals up there, free plug for you guys over there. Slick Deals.
Oh, Slick
But-
Deals sponsorship. Did you hear that, Slick
Hey,
Deals?
you
I
guys hear
know
that?
one of your employees are hearing this awesome podcast. So we covered Black Friday. Wasn't that great? Hey, I want to hear what y'all had on Black Friday.
Yes.
Tell us your stories.
Do you
What awesome deals did y'all get?
Yeah. Do you think it's getting better with every Black Friday, or is it getting worse? For me, it's getting worse.
It's getting worse for me, but I still want to experience the geek tailgating thing.
Geek tailgating, yes.
I want to do it. I want to bring out my own little flask of whatever, some wieners to cook out until they kick me off their own property because I'm illegally starting a fire on the concrete. But
That's right.
I want to do something fun, man.
We'll do it. We'll do it next one.
Yeah, we'll do it.
The next Black Friday.
So, guys.
Neo Geo.
Oh gosh,
Neo.
this is what I've been excited about. I'm holding and touching this beautiful beast of technology here. Nothing technology. Oops.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Did I hurt your ears? Nothing too technologically advanced. Did I say that right?
Yeah, I think so.
It flew well. It came out well. But anyways,
It flowed.
It flowed well. It flew well. Flew? No.
Flew?
Mice mouse? No. Okay.
Yes.
So, yes, the Neo Geo Gold system. Guys, I mean, seriously, this thing, just listen to this.
Oh, man.
Oh, my.
God.
Did you see her butt is so big? Anyways, yes, that was actually live from my... Hold your ears. Okay. That was live from my Neo Geo handheld set of the Neo Geo Gold X system. Or X Gold
X
system,
Gold.
excuse me.
Yes.
They call it the Gold system because I think it's their bundled system that they're offering right now. But yes, the SNK Playmore Neo Geo Gold X Gold. We just got it in yesterday, and I did a nice little photo shoot you can see on our Facebook page at gamrz.com on Facebook.
I love the pictures, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Very well made.
Thank you very much. And this system is exactly in what I was hoping it would be. It's basically a handheld Neo Geo in your hands. It plays all of the AES-based cartridges It's not a cartridge system, but it has all the 20 games loaded onto the gaming handheld itself.
So this is not a handheld emulator, right? This is actually the Neo Geo from SNK.
Well, it is a form of emulation, but it's not the emulation you would expect from something that you would see on the ROMs that you can download online,
Right.
and then play it on some type of ROM emulator.
Right.
Those ROMs have a lot of issues. They're buggy, they're out of sync. Some are good, but most aren't perfect.
Right.
They don't represent the actual cart. Neo Geo has been spending quite a bit of time investing a lot of time into making this actual emulation system just like the cart, and they wouldn't have sold it otherwise, I'm assuming. But I played Neo Geo as a kid. I would go down to the local gas station, play their arcade or MVS format arcade system where they had like 6 to 10 games loaded onto an arcade cabinet. And I would do my Neo Geo thing. I'd go to play all their games. They had tons of games. They had
What, Metal Slug?
Metal Slug.
Oh, gotta
Dude,
love
that's
Metal.
a classic.
I love Metal Slug.
And how many? They had what? 3 Metal Slugs or 4?
Oh, man. Yeah, quite a few. And I think King of Fighters, too?
King of Fighters.
Oh, yeah.
They had, God, they had so many. They had this really awesome golf game I was addicted to for a while, but I can't recall the name. I think it was called Neo Golf.
Neo Golf? Was that it?
Nah, damn, I can't.
To me, it feels like...
It was like 15, 20 years ago, man.
Yeah, it was a long time ago, but Neo Geo was kind of like... It was the not mainstream games, but yet they were still so good.
They were,
But it wasn't mainstream, though. Not everyone knew.
King of Fighters.
It was like a gold mine. Undiscovered gold mine.
It was. And, some of the fighting games weren't up to par. Okay.
Like Street Fighter.
Street
Come on.
Fighter. Yeah. That was the fighting game.
Right.
The mechanics in there were perfect.
But it was a different...
But SNK
pull.
or Neo Geo had something different. They had, first off, their audio on their games were awesome. They had like these 3D sound effects. I mean, some things would sound so realistic. I mean, you'd hear the panning from the left to the right of your ear. And then some of the mechanics of the fighting games were just awesome too. Some weren't as good. I'll give, yes, it is what it is. But King of Fighters it was probably one of my favorite franchises of their fighting game genre.
Oh, really?
Oh gosh,
I liked it too.
I think they went up to 2001 or 2003.
Oh, that far?
Yeah, they had quite a few games of the King of Fighters genre, so it was pretty cool. I loved it.
So let's start with the hardware. What did you think? How did it feel?
Well, I'm going to be honest.
Let's be honest. Now, let's give a non-biased review.
Yes.
Completely honest, so everyone knows. Now, you spent $200 on this thing.
I did spend $200. This is not something that was given to me. It's something I bought for me.
Right. Sponsored by us.
Sponsored by us. For us. It is us. But the packaging, I love the packaging. Mm-hmm. Albeit, the packaging was a little bit creased and damaged from Amazon.
Okay, but that's Amazon's fault, not SNK's fault.
Not Amazon's fault, the shipper's fault.
Shipper's fault, okay.
Yeah.
You've had some problems with your shipper. You're trying to catch him on video, I remember.
Bastards. That's a whole nother story.
That's another day. He throws packages on your front porch, apparently.
Bastard. There's a lazy bastard who delivers stuff to my house who will drop it off at the very front of the driveway. I mean, literally. He'll poke his big toe out on his left foot, put some weight against it, take the package, look at it. Yeah, I'll throw it this time.
And then he threw it.
He just throws it right there. Anyways, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the Neo Geo Gold X Gold. Excuse me.
So the packaging was a little creased, but we'll blame that on the shipper.
Yeah, packaging was nice. They used Neo Geo labeled tape. Those little round tapes taped the lips of the package, and really well done. Not exactly, but very similar to their actual AES home gaming system from the early 90s, which is really nice. So I opened it up. Took out all the cables. They have everything you need. You don't have to go out and buy anything. You don't have to go and buy the RCA or the HDMI. It's all included.
That's good.
And everything was done nice. The only qualm I had and have is the actual casing, the plastic they used on the controller and the enclosure, because it's a three-piece. Think of it as a three-piece system. You have your handheld device, which is the heart of the system itself. It's the brains, where you're going to put the games, where the battery is, everything. But it docks. It's a hybrid system, so it docks into an enclosure that acts like a console.
Like a real console,
Like a
Neo
real
Geo
console.
console, right?
And once it's docked, it's a console. And then you can plug in your actual full-sized Neo Geo game controller, and it's a full-size controller as well.
A joystick, actually.
A joystick, exactly. It's a joystick, like an arcade-style fighting games joystick. Once you plug that in, it works just like the original SNK system.
Yes, the joystick actually makes all the clicky.
Yeah, it makes a nice original SNK
clicky
clicks.
sounds. Yes.
It's part of what SNK is.
It's all, yep.
And
all
I
original.
love that they did that.
You like that?
Speaking of which, that clicky feel and the nice button response you get in the joystick, from what I hear, was the reason why the system was delayed. I was supposed to receive this the 5th of December, I believe, and they delayed it out to the 18th. And a lot of the later people who pre-ordered, they're getting it next week and later this week and so on. Mm-hmm. The reason why it was delayed is because of hardware issues. They couldn't get all of the components to build the joystick because the joystick itself has original components from their old system. Not meaning that it's used parts. They're all new parts, but it's new parts that they've had in inventory for the past, 50, 100 years?
So what they do, just build extra parts and then say, okay, guys, let's leave these parts aside, and we're going to keep these for about 20 years.
I don't know. They had a shortage.
How did they know?
That they wanted to maintain the quality. So that's why they had a delay. That's what I hear from the grapevine. I don't know if that's true or false, but that's what I've been hearing.
So you're using original parts in some of the components.
Yeah, original parts in the actual and the controller.
In the joystick and the buttons.
Yeah, the buttons.
The way the buttons feel and the way they press.
Yeah.
That's the original SNK button.
Yeah, all high quality stuff.
Neo Geo.
Oh, excuse me, I got a call here.
All right.
But let me put that in vibrato.
Go ahead. Might want to vibrate that.
Yeah, vibrate.
Okay.
So that was nice. But yeah, the only issue I had was the plastic they use on the enclosure. It's okay. It's not up to par with their old systems.
It's passable.
It's passable. It's
Yes.
usable.
Usable. And I will agree with that. I fiddled with it just before we started the show to see if what he was saying was true. And in fact, it is true. The plastic is it feels kind of cheap.
A little bit.
Not to degrade from the system or anything, but it does feel a little cheap. The plastic could have been a little higher quality, given today's technology. Come on, $200 for the thing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's probably the biggest issue you have with it, or that
Yeah.
we have with it. So,
Yeah.
But the game itself plays just like the original.
Yes. The another thing is the docking, how it docks into the enclosure.
Right.
It looks fine on print. Like if you see a photo of it docked, it looks good. But actually docking it's a little bit of work, because once you put the handheld inside the enclosure to dock it,
And it docks upward.
it docks not upward. It docks, well, yeah, in a sense it does, because of the ports where the handheld docks into the enclosure. There's nothing. It's all done by hand. It's all manual. You don't set it in this nice little tucked away portion where it fits properly and you can just slide it in. You actually have to align it by eye and then kind of
Push it in.
and adjust it on the way in, because the holes don't meet up exactly with the ports on the enclosure and so on. And it's easy to do. It's not a problem. Anyone can do it. It's just that
Could have been better.
it could have been better.
Yeah.
And
some guidelines would have been nice if it just sat right in a nicely, nice guidelines to push it in. Then you wouldn't have to worry about misplacing one of the holes, and then you break a port off or something.
Yeah.
So there's that risk, but anyone can do it, but you have to be careful.
yeah, and most people buying this console, they're not going to be 10-year-old kids. There's going to
Right.
be people who want to have that nostalgic throwback feeling of experiencing Neo Geo again. So they're going to cradle this thing with care.
Yeah, so I think people who buy this are going to be the older people, such as us. So
Yeah.
that may not even be a concern.
Yeah,
In the end.
and then those young folks who love retro gaming, they're going to baby it as well, I'm sure. So
Oh, yeah.
it's not really, it's more of a nitpicking, but I'm sure what I feel, this is my opinion, that SNK is putting this product out, and they're not putting their entire savings account into this product.
Right, they're not going all out.
This is more of a, I wouldn't say filler, but it's like, we know we want to do this, but at the same time, we want to learn from the problems that we have from this product, from the people who are actually using it, before we invest more money into it.
Right.
And that's a smart way of going, because it's obvious they could have put a lot of money into the enclosure. They could have made this really fancy design for one port to dock the handheld in, but they didn't. But it still works fine.
It works.
But maybe if this thing flies off the shelves and they make a lot of money off of it, they can invest in a much better system.
Yeah.
But you know what? I have the original one.
You have the first one.
I have the
one
first
of the first.
That's all that matters.
You have one of the first.
And it does exactly what it's supposed to do.
What surprises me is once you dock it into the console-looking enclosure, there's actually HDMI output. That's kind of amazing to me.
It is pretty cool. There's a mini HDMI on the back. So first off, if y'all haven't seen the pictures, and while you're listening to this podcast, please do go do a search on the Neo Geo X Gold system, and you'll see that this handheld console, this handheld device it's got a ton of buttons on it. Well, not a ton, but it's got more than the average handheld device, I must say. Right. So around the bevel or the edge of the device, there's two sets of bumpers. There's kind of like a Xbox or PlayStation,
or a PS3 bumper, at the top. Triggers,
exactly, triggers. And then on the sides, on one side you have the off and on. Then you have an area to put the game cards, which is an SD card.
SD, yeah.
And on the bottom you have your volume control, your headset input, and brightness. So except for one side, every other side is filled with buttons. And for the most part, it's actually really good quality.
You know, it'd be a lot easier if we could show this on YouTube while we're talking about it. But maybe later.
But we're not a video show. We're a radio show.
It's a radio show.
If you want to see the pictures, go see our sexy photo shoot that we did last night.
That's right.
On our Facebook page.
That's right.
Yes. But all in all, it works well for this format, and I'm really happy with it. Actually playing the games on the device, it's really, really nice. Oh, and listen to this, guys. For those of you who are Neo Geo fans, and this falls to the controller as well, the counterpart controller and the handset, it has the original AES Neo Geo click on the actual joystick. Listen to this. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and all he's doing is he's moving the joystick around. He's not pressing any buttons right now.
No, that's a click of the joystick.
The click of the joystick.
Love it.
Yes.
So it's a thumb pad type of joystick, similar to the Sony Vita and other Sony devices.
Right.
The control on it and the feel is really good. It's actually really responsive. I like it.
It is. Now for me, I felt really satisfied playing the handheld as a handheld. When it was docked and I was playing on the joystick, it didn't. That didn't do it for me. Maybe it did it for you.
Yeah, actually, I'm opposite.
You're opposite, the other way around.
I'm opposite.
Okay, there you go.
I didn't feel that the Neo Geo was represented completely on the screen, because the screen is of lower. It's not a high definition screen by any means, or your cell phone by any means.
It's a plastic cover on the screen.
Well, first, the front face of the device of the handheld is all plastic.
It may look like glass in the photo shoot, but it's not.
I tested this because I read a review that someone mentioned that it was a glass face. And
really?
I was like, oh, that's interesting. And it was on Amazon. And it was someone who had actually received it and started reviewing it early in the afternoon. So I picked mine up.
Wow.
And I got my big giant thumbnail. And I made a very hard puncture against one of the sharp edges of the plastic where the speaker hole is. And I actually made an indention. So it's plastic.
It's plastic.
Glass would not make an indention. It would have cut me.
What was that reviewer thinking?
I don't know. They lied. They're liars.
They lied. Don't listen to those.
Take it from us. We're the real source.
Listen to Gamers. We got it right.
Gamers real.
We got it right.
We're the real. Anyways, but with that said, the plastic face is actually very nice.
Okay.
It's a good quality plastic.
Okay. So it's still clear to see the screen.
It's very clear. It's very nice. It takes everyone's fingerprints.
Oh, great.
Like a boss.
Right.
But as far as hardware concerned, I love the handheld device. They did a very good first inception of their first SNK handheld Neo Geo. I think it's awesome. I actually really like the design. The black has this nice, smooth, rubbery grip. It's got the SNK logo on the back. It's pretty big. Everything works well. The software that they use to control the games and selecting the games once you boot up the system, it's really nice. It's quick. It's snappy. Right. The only thing that was a little bit surprising was that when you roll through the beginning menus of the device, it doesn't have any type of sounds when you toggle through the games. There's no sounds at all. So you're like, do I have the volume up?
Yeah.
Let me turn the volume up.
When I was using it, I thought the volume was turned off because there was no sound on that menu. But once you're in the game, it had everything.
Yeah. Once you see the Neo Geo 24 megabit whatever splash screen, that's when you first start hearing the sound, and it's a good sound. One other thing about the handheld is that it's very light. It's a lot lighter than I thought it'd be.
It is. It's very light, almost to the point where I feel like it's kind of cheaply constructed.
Yeah, but it feels solid in the hand. The only thing missing is the weight.
Right. If it had the weight, it would be almost like it'd be a solid product.
It's like, did Apple make this?
Right.
Milled aluminum or something?
You know what? Now that I look at it, it looks like a big iPhone if you turn it up straight.
That's what I was gonna say, dude. This looks like the new elongated, ridiculous iPhone.
Exactly. Oh my god!
Maybe it is.
Maybe it is.
I don't
know. A little
know.
Partnership of Apple and SNK.
Maybe so. Let me flip. It feels about But that's exactly what I was thinking about a couple minutes ago. I was like, man, this is like the fucking iPhone, dude.
You're holding an iPhone.
It is. Now, beyond the handheld portion of this review, it's like I said, it's great. Now, the enclosure, once you dock it and start using it as a console, it plays the same way. Mm-hmm. I'm very happy with it. Mm-hmm. Going back to the handheld, there's one thing I didn't want to mention. I wasn't really too happy with the LCD output, the quality of the LCD.
Quality,
yeah. It's a low resolution LCD screen.
Okay. Yeah, our phones probably have higher resolution than that.
The contrast is nowhere near your phone. I'm sure a lot of you have more modern phones by now. The contrast is nothing near what your phone contrast is going to be, and of course the resolution is only going to be about half of what your phone is. But with that said, it fits the format fine because Neo Geo was never a high definition system to begin with.
Right. They're not improving it. They're not changing it. They're just bringing it back.
They're just bringing it back and bringing it to the level where the hardware accommodates the format of the gaming
at the time.
Right. So it fits fine. Maybe my expectations a little high in this regard, but it could pump up a little more pop and contrast and color. But all in all, this is an awesome. It's an awesome system.
I love the handheld. It feels good, and maybe because it looks like an iPhone 5, that it feels good in the hand.
Yeah.
But once you dock it and play on the enclosure, that's when it turned me off.
Yeah.
I didn't like that.
I was complete opposite. Having played nothing but Neo Geo on a TV screen or in the arcade.
Yes.
I couldn't tell the difference. I can't. I mean, once you dock it in the enclosure, power it on, put your television set. When I say television set, folks, I actually bought.
Oh my god!
I bought a television set, not a flat screen. I'm talking about old school. We're talking about the tube television sets.
And you still have it.
It's upstairs, yeah. And I wanted to recreate that scanline television authentic look that you would get when you go to an old arcade game and play a Neo Geo system or anything that is before the 1990s or mid 90s.
Yeah, and if you look at the Facebook pictures, there's a picture of that TV.
Yeah, you'll see that TV.
I can't believe it. You have that.
And to be honest, it gives me the exact same awesome feeling.
Nostalgic.
Of playing the Neo Geo when I was younger.
Oh yeah, I bet.
There is no delays, there is no hiccups, there is no buggy issues with syncing. It felt spot on to the original Neo Geo I would play almost every day as a kid at the local gas station. I loved it. It was awesome. I mean, it really was awesome feeling. You know what? I can't wait to get this back up there this weekend and just run through all those games again. There's a lot of Neo Geo games that I didn't even get to play as a kid because I would rather play the fighting games than the baseball games.
Right. You didn't want to spend money on that.
I don't want to spend money, but I'm going to get to enjoy that now.
You can enjoy it now.
It came with the system.
Yes.
And imagine each of those carts will currently cost around anywhere from $30 to $200 in the used market today.
Oh, right.
Yeah, if you were to buy them singly. But they all come packaged in this nice little beauty here. So I love the console portion of this. I think it works awesome. Now, given I haven't tried it on HD yet because I think HD is blasphemy when trying to play a retro game because it just ruins everything.
Yeah.
These games weren't designed to be upscale to a high definition screen.
I couldn't even imagine what would happen if you plug this enclosure into HDMI and put it on your projector.
Everything,
what would it look
all
like?
the pixels would look raggedy.
What would it look like?
It would look ugly.
Would it upscale?
It would upscale. Yeah.
Oh my god.
The thing is that when you upscale, a standard definition or lesser image,
Right.
especially if it's pixelated like this, you're going to see a lot of weird things going on with the pixelation of the image. So think of a television with the scan lines, right? You have the little lines of resolution there.
Right.
It kind of gave it that certain look, that je ne sais quoi,
You can't put your finger on it, but
Yeah.
it gave you that look.
But the HD look, you don't have the scan lines. That's one.
Okay.
Two, you see the pixels, but they're not perfect squares. They're like these raggedy looking squares.
So
So it's like taking a rag and tearing it in the middle, and you have this nastiness where the tear marks are. Think of that and translate that to
Gotcha.
this lower resolution
So that
image.
would no good.
It's not really enjoyable. I mean, you can play it, and some people may not really care at all.
Right.
But for people who are really hardcore retro gaming aficionados, who are occult followers of the Neo Geo system,
Yes.
there's no way that they're going to enjoy an HD image. They're going to have to go out and get one of these television sets.
Can you even get that?
Yes,
You can buy a tube television these days?
You can still buy perfectly good flat screen tube televisions.
Wow.
Remember the Sony Turnitrons?
Yeah.
Remember the Apex?
Yes.
The kind of knockoffs. I have an Apex, by the way. You can pick up those television sets almost like new at your local Goodwill store.
Goodwill. Oh.
You can pick one up for around $15 to $30.
Wow.
You can get like a 30 to 40 inch television set for less than $50, almost like new with a controller and everything.
Wow.
Isn't that amazing?
That is amazing. Those things used to go for thousands
They
of
used to
dollars.
go for so much money back in the
Wow,
day.
$15.
Yeah, and seriously, you can spend less than $50 on a perfectly good television set that will fit this format of gaming perfect.
Okay, here's the thing. You can pay me $15 and I won't even take that TV from you.
Why? You saw it. You saw how. Look, he's okay. So
Okay.
I'm old. He's not that old.
Well,
I'm older. He's not as older as I.
I may be younger by a few years.
But he grew up in the flat screen.
No,
era
I
of
didn't.
gaming. No,
No, I had tube television.
did you?
And the screen, the front part of the tube, wasn't even flat. It was rounded for the longest time.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you misjudged me. You have misjudged me, sir. So for the longest time, the TV was tube and it was curved in the front. Now when they made the TV, the front part of the TV, it was still a tube, but the front part was flat. I
Yeah.
thought it was a miracle. This thing is flat.
Yeah, not a miracle. Just more technology.
I was like, oh my god, this thing is flat in the front. It's a flat screen TV,
But
literally
it's
flat
still,
screen.
It still carries over those scan lines,
Right,
Which is
right.
what hardcore retro gamers want.
If I was going to go hardcore, I'd go for the tube television with the curve. I wouldn't even get a flat screen.
That's good. It's good that you said that because a lot of the video arcade games,
They were curved.
there still are,
Yeah.
and they still manufacture those tube sets for arcade games, for
Right.
uprights.
Right.
So if any of y'all have like an arcade room that's local to you, the arcade room's gonna have exactly what he's talking about, these curved screens. And I at one point in time I used to recall the manufacturer of these screens. I don't, but it usually comes from a couple sources
there's only a
that
few.
make most of these arcade screens. But
Speaking of arcade rooms, there's probably not many of those around anyway.
no, they're coming back.
Are they coming back?
They're coming back. Yeah,
Okay.
they're coming back. A lot of people.
No, I'm not talking about Dave and Buster's.
No.
Don't count them.
There's a place in Houston called Joysticks.
Really?
Joysticks.
Free plug?
Yeah. Free plug joysticks, by
Joysticks?
the way.
Yeah.
Damn you assholes. No,
No,
I'm just
no,
kidding.
we're
You're not
just kidding.
assholes.
No.
You're awesome. I love you.
Hey, you love them.
I do love them, actually. And Joysticks is located downtown next to Minute Maid Park.
Oh.
And it's spelled Joytix for those of you needing to Google it.
Well, you forgot the S.
No, it's Tix.
So Joy Ticks?
Joysticks. Joystix.
Yeah, you forgot the S.
Oh, I thought you meant CKS.
No, the S in the middle. So
Okay.
you were talking about Joy Ticks.
Yeah, not Joytix. Joysticks.
That's a whole other thing. Don't worry about it.
STIX, guys. Anyways, if you look them up, they have a full-fledged arcade room.
Really?
And they actually started out selling video arcade games. They would recondition them and then sell them. Some weren't reconditioned, some were broken. They had this kind of hodgepodge of things, and that was about 10 years ago. They've gotten to the point where everything's reconditioned. The cool thing is now they've expanded their space to include a bar. And I think it's every Friday. Sometime on the weekends, you can go in, pay a fee, and you can have free reign over every single game, not having to pay a quarter.
Oh, without having to pay per game.
And then you just access the bar and grill they have next door.
Grill?
Eat some food. Yeah, they have food there. And have a few drinks. Enjoy yourself. It's great for a party. And I've been meaning to tell you about that because I've been wanting to do that with you.
That's a nice outing.
It would. It would be an awesome outing.
Would be an awesome
and
outing.
actually be good coverage for a video podcast or a live stream for us.
Live stream from joysticks.
Excuse me, guys.
You
just
just
scratching my
smacked
head.
the mic there.
Yeah. Got excited.
Too excited. Calm down. It's okay. We'll do it. Don't worry. There's time.
Yes. So I think Joysticks would actually be a really good venue to go and explore retro games.
And live podcast from there. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
it'd be awesome.
That would be awesome.
That would be awesome.
It'd be like, and we can have people come by and tell us what they think and get on the spot interviews right there. Just random people playing arcade games.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So back to the SNK system.
Wow.
Oh yeah, we were reviewing that
We were
at one time.
reviewing
weren't we?
something like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah. So the hardware is okay. The only thing that I'm really concerned about is that it performs well, and it does that stellar.
Yep.
It performs exactly the way it should, even from a hardware standpoint. Software emulation, excellent. I can't tell any difference. And I'm going to get a lot of enjoyment out of it. And for those of you who want to see it, again, just go to our Facebook page, search gamers.com on Facebook. Mm-hmm. You'll come to us, and we do have a nice, pretty photo shoot, Christmas photo shoot in a way, of the product. And so you can kind of have a sense and feel of what it's like, looking at it firsthand there. I think maybe if this thing really flies off the shelves, I think they had a really good first sell. I honestly think they did. I think in a couple of weeks I'm going to find out that a lot of people are happy with the system,
right?
Despite the small qualms that I had with it. And I'm just nitpicking, you know.
Right. You want people to know the whole thing.
Oh, by the way, the gold system bundle that I pre-ordered came with a game called Ninja Masters. I didn't take it out. It is an old SNK game. It's a Neo Geo game. I'm not going to take it out solely for the purpose that I think it's going to become more valuable in the future.
So you're going to tuck that one away, huh?
I'm going to tuck it away because I figured everybody's going to open that damn thing.
Ninja Masters.
Yes, because the pre-order was very limited. And I imagine everyone's going to open that damn thing.
You're going to leave it.
I'm going to leave it. I'm going to be
pristine.
like one of the 5 people who leave it pristine in that damn case.
And then you can sell it for thousands of dollars.
In 50 years when I'm almost dead. But with that said, the bundle is actually, I think it's a great price point they put out there. And if y'all ever go for the lower system that has the same amount of games but not all the pluses with the added game and limited edition, stuff like that.
It'd be cheaper.
It's still going to be a good buy.
Yeah, that'd be a good buy.
Yeah. The only problem I have with SNK right now is they haven't said anything about future games. I mean, there's so the handheld system. I don't know if I really touched up on this. It has a side cartridge input, which is an SD card input. The SD card format of when their games is going to be proprietary to SNK. You can't just go in there and copy it and play it on a computer. Right. It's going to be proprietary to the system. But they haven't posted what their lineup is going to be in the upcoming months of future games that we can purchase.
All right.
And hopefully they're all under $10 to $15.
Yeah, that'd be good.
That's the only thing I'm worried about. But most likely, depending on the sales, they're going to list all those games and they're going to start putting more stuff out based on their sales. Right. It's just, if it sells, you put more stuff out.
Yep.
Supply and demand type thing. So, not really, but in a way it is. But anyways. That's my only qualm, but I'm really happy with it. I'm still excited about it.
Okay, now, let's say in all honesty, completely honest here, how long will you actually play this thing? Let's say you sit down. Now, I know you've played Skyrim for hours on end, and you can do that. Can you really do that on this?
No. One, and this is not because I don't want to play on it all day. It's because there's a small issue. And it's funny that you mentioned that, and I actually remembered it. You can't save any points in the game. There's no saving feature.
Oh my god! On this thing,
Yeah.
this Neo Geo.
But why would you put a saving feature where you couldn't save in the first place?
Oh, originally you couldn't either
Yeah,
because you weren't at the arcade.
Even at the home system, you couldn't save.
Oh, okay. So they
There
kept
was
it
never
true.
saving. They kept it true.
True. Okay.
Hardcore.
Okay.
So if you're going to sit down with the game, you're going to run that bitch all the way through and just finish it.
You mean Neo Geo, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But the flip side of that is that they're not the games that we have today, which are 48-hour plus games.
Oh, easily.
These games, the Neo Geo games, you can finish in several hours.
Not even that. I was thinking maybe 30 minutes.
Yeah.
If you run straight through.
Yeah, unless you're an idiot moron who keeps on dying over and over again.
Right, because there's no side quests.
There's no side. There's nothing. It's just a straightforward linear analog type of gameplay.
through.
Yeah, straight through. So,
So because
yes.
of the not saving, you wouldn't play.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see that.
This is going to get a lot of nostalgic playback. I'm going to get a lot of time out of this. I may not be playing it next year or at the end of next year.
Next month? Next week?
No, I'm thinking next year as in a year from now. But 2013, I'm definitely going to play it. I may not be playing it every single day. I have other games I want to play as well. But this is going to get a lot of use.
It will.
It will.
Yeah.
And another cool thing is, you know what? I have it. I got the first one on the line. I'm going to put it back in the box, kind of preserve it, and keep it as one of those nostalgic collectible items.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I see it more as. Less playtime on it, but more of a collector's item, where it actually works.
Yeah.
But you're probably going to play it maybe 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And then you're going to put it in the box and then wrap it up nice and tight and then just put it away.
Yeah.
That's what I would do, actually.
Well, I plan on beating a couple of the fighter games.
Okay, right.
And I want to play a couple of the soccer, and I definitely want to play the baseball game because a lot of people love the baseball game, the hardcore SNK enthusiasts.
Because I don't see that.
I want to give it a shot. I used to play baseball games when I was a kid. The mechanics were always more difficult than what they should have been.
Right.
Neo Geo, you can't really get that difficult with the mechanics. It's just a few buttons, So I love, even if I couldn't play this, I would still buy it just as a collectible item.
Exactly. See, so I'm thinking, as a collectible, it's bigger as a collectible than as an actual gaming system.
And at $200, you just can't go wrong.
Well, yeah, there you go.
I mean, $200. In today's gaming systems, when I look at the Nintendo Wii U, that thing is retailing for $300, $350, depending on what system configuration you get.
Right.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. Yeah, that's how much a PS3 costs.
Yeah.
$300.
With this, you can get that piece of nostalgia and collectability along with a lineup of games that already exists.
Right.
Not something that hasn't been done yet.
Right. Okay.
It's nice.
I'll give that to you.
Yeah. So that is the Neo Geo X Gold, guys. I know I didn't cover a lot of stuff, but I covered mostly what was important to me. My first hands-on. I'm very happy with it. I mean, I'm beyond very happy. I love this thing. I just want to kind of sleep with it next to my pillow.
You want to sleep with it?
I'm rubbing it against my belly right now.
Ah, I see.
Meow. Anyways, so Neo Geo X Gold, check it out. If you have a Facebook page, go to Neo Geo X and search them guys up. Look on the stuff they're putting out. Look at the stuff we're putting out.
Yeah, look at our stuff.
We have good stuff too. Really nice console. Very excited about it. Still excited about it, and very happy with it.
That's good.
So, yeah. So, we're coming into the end of our show, and unfortunately, we wanted to cover the VGA Awards. The Video Game Awards. I mean, come on.
2012.
We talked about it last episode.
Yeah, you remember we were saying, okay, next episode. Okay, this was last episode. We were saying, okay, guys, listeners, next episode, we're going to cover the Video Game Awards.
Video Game Awards.
2012, hosted by Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
He won't be on the show or anything, but
Thank God.
I'm just saying.
No, wait. Did I say that?
That would be awesome if he was. But,
really?
Yeah, I think so. But anyway, last time we ran out of time too and couldn't get to it. And
yeah, I'm really sorry. I really wanted to talk about the VGA stuff and kind of go over the games, but our show is not a 2-hour show.
Right. I wish it could be.
At the max, it's an hour and 30 minutes at the max, and that's where we're about to head.
We could go 10 hours if we wanted to.
Yeah, we could. We could go on long.
You got that right.
But I'm not going to do that, though. But,
Okay, so we're going to cut it off. We're going to have to save the VGAs for next time.
Yeah, we're going to talk about the history, how it was hosted this year. All the winners, what we didn't like, what we did like, who should have been, what shouldn't have been. There's a lot of stuff to cover.
Oh, there's so much.
So exciting.
I'll give a little tease, okay? So, game of the year. Maybe I mentioned it last time, but we'll repeat it again. And this is the tease for next time when we do the full coverage.
Yes.
Here's the tease. So, Game of the Year award went to the Walking Dead game. And for me, I think the game won that award because the franchise is so popular.
Yeah.
As Dave probably knows, and I know myself, I'm a big fan of the show. But because the franchise is so popular, I think it won the Game of the Year award purely because of that. Because the fans behind the show and the whole franchise itself. Because runner-up was Assassin's Creed 3, and I know you just started playing that, and I know you love it too.
Yeah, I absolutely do love it, especially since it takes place in a time where America was, founded, at a time when there was political figures that were now our forefathers, and I thought it's a really cool kind of cultural thing for Americans as far as playing a video game.
It's a good time. It's a time when you grew up,
Yeah, well, not me personally.
You grew up.
I mean, my great grandfather grew up, but it's an awesome, very expansive game. There's a lot of stuff in there. You can just wander off and do your own thing forever, but that's a whole new different show.
Oh, yeah. It's a fifth game in the series, so they've had a lot of time to add on.
It is the fifth game because one of those games had 3 fishes. One of those games had two expansion games.
Offshoots, I call them, to the story.
Games. So it kind of is like the
So it was part 1, part 2, and then Brotherhood.
Yeah,
which
had 2.
Right, and then Revelations, and then now 3.
Yeah.
So the fifth game in the series. So I'm sure they've had time to tweak everything. And now the other thing is, I don't know. Well, what surprised me is why is Call of Duty Black Ops 2 not even in the running for Game of the Year? Okay, we'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to that when we really do cover the VGA awards.
This was the tease.
This was a tease. And it better be a good tease because I want you to come back to listen to the rest of the tease.
That's right, because we're going to cover the whole thing.
Yeah,
don't worry.
The whole thing. Anyways,
right,
so next episode, it's going to be, we don't know exactly what the episode's going to involve, but I do know this. I have somebody lined up to be a special guest.
Oh, that's right. You teased me about this, too.
Yes, this is actually kind of exciting because it is football season. And there's actually a lot of fantasy football video games or online games online right now that you can actually go to and subscribe to and be part of. Some are free, some aren't. But it's a big thing, and
huge.
It is huge. There's a lot of sports fans who play games just for the sole purpose of doing the fantasy game thing.
Right, and it's still gaming, by the way.
It is gaming. It is a form of gaming. So we're going to try to get a friend here and talk about his 2-time national championship award of one of these online games.
Wow.
And we're going to talk a little about the Houston Texans for those of you who are in Texas. And by the way, Tommy, I'm still jealous of you going there tomorrow.
If I make it in time, that is.
You better.
I'll get you some.
I'm going to give you my camera. No. They better be able to take cameras personally.
No, they won't. They said they have a professional on site that you can get a picture taken with. That's it.
So in the spirit of football, we're going to do something on football, which is going to bring somebody who knows everything about football and fantasy football online. So
but also gaming.
Yeah, and think of Gridiron Gaming. Gridiron Gaming, for those of you who are already familiar with it. And we're going to touch up, of course, on the AVS Awards, finally.
AVS?
AVG, I'm sorry, AVG.
No. VGA.
Oh my God! I'm thinking of Neo Geo is on my brain right now because
How many
AVS.
drinks?
No, it's not the drinks. It's the Neo Geo because the Neo Geo home system is called the AVS system.
AVS system. Yeah. Okay. So this is the VGAs.
VGAs. Got so many acronyms.
Which we will cover. In its entirety.
Yes. So
without delay.
Look forward to the football piece. Look forward to some other stuff, including the VGA. And anything else you want to talk about, Yao?
Well, I want to say, since we're not too clear on what's going to be on the next episode, feel free, listeners, you feel free to email us or comment on the Facebook page about what you want to hear about, and we'll cover it.
Yes.
Anything related to gaming, that is.
And speaking of our audience, I do want to thank those of you who are listening and supporting us because you are what makes the wheel turn in regards to what we do here.
We do this purely on passion.
Really, this whole thing was started. We're not doing this for anything monetary. We're doing this strictly because we enjoy it.
Oh yeah,
it's something we've been working on for the past year. It's funded by us. It's created by us. Everything is done by us. And for those of you guys who are enjoying it with us, I just want to thank you all. And y'all will be everything that makes us what we're going to be in the future. So
that's right. Thank you.
Also, visit us on our Facebook page. Give us some likes. Give us some hits on our YouTube page.
Comment on stuff. Anything you want.
Yeah. Like I said before, Gamrz, GAMRZ.com on Facebook. Search that. Also, you can go to YouTube and search this exact same thing, GAMRZ.com or just GAMRZ, and you'll see our podcast listed there. Give us a like. Tell us what you think. Give us some comments.
Subscribe to us on
good
YouTube.
Or bad. We'll take it either way.
Yes, constructive criticism.
Yes, we're really at this point. Whatever you give us, we'll be happy with.
Hey, if anything you say, I don't care if it's good or bad, I'll be happy with that.
Yeah. So continue listening and look out for our next episode. We should have this uploaded this week before the Christmas holidays. And happy holidays to you guys.
Yes.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
I hope you
Christmas.
get the games and the stuff that you're looking for. And if you can afford that stuff on your own, more power to you. Enjoy it. And we'll look for you next time. And hey, guys, gamers.
To all you gamers out there.
To all you gamers out there.
Hey, before we go.
Yeah.
Let's mention one gaming related thing on your Christmas wish list.
Oh, my Christmas wish list.
You can only pick one thing though.
Yes. Halo 4.
Oh, good choice.
Yes, I've seen the reviews. I've seen a lot of stuff on it, and I think I loved the very first game on the original Xbox.
Oh yeah.
It was the game I played the most.
Okay.
And I'm looking forward to 4 because it looks badass.
All right. For me, it's Assassin's Creed 3.
Oh, you can borrow mine.
I could just borrow yours. Yeah.
You could.
No,
I
want my own.
We got a co-op, man.
No, I want my own copy. Yeah.
We got a co-op.
All right. Let's hope someone fulfills that wish, and yours too, Dave.
Yes.
And we'll be happy after that.
Well, guys, Merry Christmas, and we love you.
Happy holidays.
Oh yeah.
Thanks for
It was
listening.
a good time on the Gamers Show. Listen to us for episode 3. Goodbye.
Thank you.